A Snugglepot and Cuddlepie Christmas. May Gibbs Gum Nut Babies. One morning, Snugglepot put a mark on the calendar. "I wish Christmas would hurry up and come," he said. "All my shopping is finished. There's nothing to do." "You should help me clean up," said Cuddlepie. There were scraps of gift wrap and curls of ribbon all over the floor. "I didn't see that on the list," said Snugglepot. You're busy wrapping presents. I wonder which one's... So that's Snugglepot. And that's Cuddlepie. Bit hard to tell the difference. Snugglepot and Cuddlepie had very different lists. Cuddlepie had collected a basket of bush tucker, made a special cake, and washed their best placemats. Snugglepot had eaten a bush tomato to make sure it was ripe, picked a wild raspberry from the top of the cake, hoped that Cuddlepie would not notice, looks a bit guilty to me, and hung up one red pillowcase. Only one. Cuddlepie shook his head. He put some drinks in the creek so they would get cool, picked a big bunch of Christmas bells and brushed the flies away from the cake. "All you do is work," said Snugglepot. "There's nothing to do and no one to play with." Cuddlepie sat down and checked his list. "Oh, I'm a nut," he said. "I was so busy I forgot something very important. I won't be long," and he rushed off. He's rushing off. Look at the Christmas decorations. Snugglepot thought about going with Cuddlepie, but he had a better idea. "I wonder what I'm getting for Christmas," he said. "A gumnut car, a pet bull ant," look at those pincers, "a new hat, a cricket set. Wonder what he's going to get." He started to look in Cuddlepie's hiding places, behind the door, under the bed, in the cupboards. What a sticky beak he is. Someone else had a good idea too. Mrs. Snake had her eye on a chocolate frog at the top of the Christmas bush, just under a shortbread star that Cuddlepie had baked. The star had lost one of its points, but only one. Snugglepot didn't like the taste of wattle seed. There's a snake. There's her washing hanging out to dry. Mrs. Snake slid up the trunk of the nearest gum tree. There's a hidey hole for the presents. Snugglepot had found some interesting parcels under the table. He read the gift cards. Ragged Blossom, Mr. Lizard, Mrs. Kookaburra, but no Snugglepot. No presents for Snugglepot under the table. What a beautiful looking Christmas tree. Mrs. Snake could almost taste that frog. just a bit further, where the trunk was thinner and the branches were... There's the frog. That's the frog the snake's trying to get. Oh, she stretched out too far, lost her grip, and down she fell. Bang! Onto the floor, and the Christmas star fell down too and bopped her on the head. Everything seems to be going wrong, doesn't it? Poor Mrs. Snake. She was only hungry, trying to eat. Snugglepot heard the commotion, darted out and saw Mrs. Snake. "You can't spoil our Christmas," he shouted, but then he looked at the decorations scattered everywhere. Oh no, they've all fallen down. And the Christmas tree looks a lot barer now. What a big, beautiful Christmas tree. With everything fallen off. Trust Mrs. Snake to cause trouble. There was something for Snugglepot to do, after all. He had to clean this mess up before Cuddlepie got home. Just as he finished tying a new star on top of the Christmas bush, he heard someone coming. "Surprise!" shouted Cuddlepie. "Surprise!" shouted Ragged Blossom, Mr. Lizard, and Mrs. Kookaburra behind him. "Here's your present," said Cuddlepie. "Someone to play with." He's getting all those Christmas decorations back up. Happy Christmas. I'm sure you'll think of something to do together to liven things up around here. And there they are, all enjoying each other's company. The end.